The Southern Railway SD40-2 high hood, arguably one of the most famous Southern Railway engines. It was the workhorse of the Southern Railway, and it is one of the most iconic engines. EMD introduced the SD40-2 in 1972 with 3,000 horsepower. Production continued until 1989. Southern Railway would order a ton of these engines, and even after the high hoods were not standard on engines, Southern Railway and Norfolk and Western continued to order them as part of tradition. The high hoods offered more protection than the short hoods, and actually the Southern Railway locomotives were set up for operation for long hood forward, and so the back of the engine on normal companies would be the front of the engine for the Southern Railway. This offered lots of protection in case of crashes, which, like Saluda, you had runaways all the time, and it protected crews, and it was kind of a tradition for the Southern Railway. They had done this with almost all of their engines. They really only had a couple short hood locomotives. They loved their high hoods with the SD40-2s, GP38s, GP39s, GP7s, and SD40-2s. And there were probably Southern Railway ordered like tons of these. EMD built a total of 4,029 SD40-2s. And these are one of the most popular EMD locomotives, and lots of them are still used today, even 50 years later. And even Class 1 railroads still use them. They are mainly used for switching now, but you'll occasionally see them pulling like a train like that's not two cars. And they're on local services in like smaller towns, stuff like that, serving smaller businesses. The SD40-2 would also be used heavily on the Saluda grade, as you can see in these pictures of some SD40-2s going up Saluda. And a couple of them would wreck. And this picture right here shows 3 SD40-2s going up runway track number 1, actually maybe number 2, and they lost control of their train there, and they had to go up the track. No one was killed, but crew was injured. But Norfolk Southern, when that became a thing in 1982, they eventually would chop off the noses on almost all of the high hoods. Norfolk and Western also had a ton of high hoods, and they would just chop off the noses. Sadly, no SD40-2s have been put into preservation, well, Southern ones, but an SD40 was, number 3170. It was rebuilt and repainted, and it's the only SD40 besides the Norfolk and Western one. That's it.